Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka meet again in what promises to be one of the most electrifying women's finals in recent Grand Slam history. The stage is set at Roland Garros, where the red clay courts of Paris will host a clash between the world's top two players, No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka and No. 2 Coco Gauff, a battle that echoes with the weight of rivalry, redemption, and rising legacy. This final isn't just another title match. It's a rematch loaded with history and momentum. These two last met on one of tennis's grandest stages, the 2023 U.S. Open Final. That night, Coco Gauff, just 19 years old, mounted a stunning comeback to claim her first career Grand Slam title. It was a defining moment not only for her career but for the future of American tennis. Now, the stakes are even higher. For the first time since 2013, the French Open women's singles final features the number 1 and number 2 seeds. That hasn't happened in over a decade. Tennis fans around the world will be watching as the top-ranked Sabalenka takes on a more confident, more experienced Gauff. Gauff's journey back to the final has been marked by growth and grit. In the semi-finals, she stopped the magical run of French qualifier Lois Boyson, ranked 361st in the world. Gauff dominated the match with a commanding 6-1, 6-2 win, showing a level of control and maturity that speaks to how far she's come since her teenage breakthrough. This isn't Gauff's first time under the Parisian spotlight. She first reached the French Open final in 2022, just 18 at the time. That year, she faced the dominant Iga Swiatek and fell short in a straight sets loss. The experience was humbling and, in her words, rattled her confidence. But from that defeat, a new version of Coco was born, one that now steps into the spotlight again, not as a rising star, but as a proven champion. "I was super nervous in my first final here," Gauff reflected after her semifinal win. "And I kind of wrote myself off before the match even happened. This time, I feel different. I've been here before. I've won a slam. I know what it takes." Sabalenka, too, enters this match with fire and focus. As the world number 1, she has carried herself with the dominance expected of a top seed. Her run to the final has been methodical, ruthless even, with powerful serving, aggressive baseline play, and an energy that demands attention. She's not just playing to win, she's playing to remind everyone why she's the best. But for Sabalenka, this final also represents a shot at redemption. Losing to Gauff in the U.S. Open final was a bitter pill to swallow. That loss lingers, not just in memory, but in headlines, in conversations, in every preview of this match. Saturday gives her the chance to rewrite that story. Gauff vs. Sabalenka has all the ingredients of a modern rivalry. Two powerful, athletic players. Two distinct styles. Gauff, with her extraordinary court coverage, lightning speed, and resilience. Sabalenka, with her raw power, booming serve, and ferocious shot-making. Both have something to prove. Both know what's at stake. This is not just about a trophy. It's about legacy. For Gauff, a second slam would confirm her place among the sport's elite and validate the hype that's surrounded her since she burst onto the scene as a teenager. For Sabalenka, winning the French Open as world number 1 would silence doubters and stamp her dominance on the clay, a surface once considered her weakest. The Paris crowd will undoubtedly be electric. French fans have already fallen in love with Gauff's charisma and resilience, and Sabalenka's fearless intensity has won her admirers as well. This final promises not just a match, but a spectacle, a duel of nerves, strategy, and sheer will. The surface adds an extra layer of intrigue. Clay courts reward patience, movement, and tactical awareness. Gauff's ability to defend and counterpunch gives her an edge on clay. Sabalenka's raw power, if controlled, can dictate points and disrupt rhythm. Whichever player adapts better to the conditions on the day will likely emerge victorious. Mentally, both players seem ready. Gauff has spoken openly about how much she's grown since her last appearance here. She carries herself with more authority now, more self-belief. Sabalenka, on the other hand, is treating this final with a laser-sharp focus, emphasizing her preparation and hunger for victory. The psychological edge might lean slightly toward Gauff. She holds the memory of a recent slam victory over Sabalenka, and she enters the match knowing she's already conquered that mountain. But Sabalenka's motivation will be fueled by that very memory, by the desire to not let history repeat itself. As fans, we're in for a treat. These two don't play boring tennis. Every rally has weight. Every point is a battle. Expect long rallies, blistering winners, gutsy defense, and emotional outbursts. Expect momentum shifts. Expect drama. This final isn't just about who plays better on the day. It's about who handles the moment. Who trusts their game when the scoreboard tightens. Who adapts when the plan falters. Who wants it more when the finish line is in sight. Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka, two of the brightest stars in women's tennis, were ready to leave everything on the court in Paris. Only one will lift the trophy. Only one will walk away with glory. But the world will be watching both, knowing this is just the next chapter in a rivalry that could define the era. History is on the line. A Grand Slam is up for grabs. And for two extraordinary athletes, it all comes down to one final match in the City of Lights.